Hi, I'm Feb, and today I'm going to be doing a video that I did a while ago, but I'm going to be redoing it because I can. Anyways, today I'm going to be talking about all the SpinMaster dolls that they made. So SpinMaster is a toy company and they made dolls. I guess let's begin. SpinMaster is a Canadian toy company, for anyone who didn't know, that was founded on March 26th of 1994. It was started by two friends. SpinMaster makes a lot of other toys that are not related to dolls, but I don't care about those, so let's begin and talk about the dolls in no particular order, except the first few are going to be like honorary mentions, because they're like figures, not dolls. So first we have a pretty popular one. It's called Zombies. If you haven't heard of it, I believe this doll line was released sometime in 2022. They are surprise dolls that came in coffin-shaped blind boxes. If you couldn't tell by their name, they are in fact zombie-inspired dolls or zombie-themed dolls. They come with some accessories. There are bigger packs that come with 2 dolls. I don't know too much about them. I remember when these dolls came out, there were a lot of people that were like very interested. I remember like surprise dolls don't always do super well, especially like blind ones, like amongst collectors. But I remember so many collectors actively going out of their way to get these dolls. I wasn't super into them. If I find them thrifting, I may one day pick them up, but I have yet to do so. Next we have such a weird name. I don't even know if I'm gonna say it right. Zoodle Z Girls. Could not tell you when they came out. Some of these dolls, like SpinMaster made around the same time, and like little to no information whether they were, when they were released, when they were discontinued, all of that. That's so fun. Anyways, so like I said, I literally could not tell you when they came out. But they were little doll characters that are like spherical, and then you press them and they like open up. They're actually really cute. I remember having something very similar that I got at McDonald's. I don't know if it's the same thing. I remember mine being more like a pet. Don't know if different company took inspiration or if SpinMaster took inspiration, but that is pretty much all that I have about them. Like, I didn't find very much interesting about them. Again, like if I found them I might pick up one or two, but they weren't super interesting to me. And honestly, I haven't heard anything else, so I'm just gonna assume that they're discontinued. Yeah. Next we have Little Charmers. These dolls were created because of the show that was released on Nickelodeon. I believe there were little figures that had little articulation, like they could sit down, and that's pretty much it. The TV show was pretty popular. Like, I remember seeing it, and they created little figures and also some bigger size dolls. I remember the TV show being witchy, but that could just be because they had broomsticks. They were definitely more targeted towards kids, as there was the TV show that was more targeting towards kids. I wasn't super interested. That's why it's kind of in the honorable mentions, because I just wasn't interested in it. Sorry. And the TV show ended in 2017, which makes me assume that the dolls ended sometime around that time as well. However, I know shows can end and then dolls still be made, so keep that in mind. What is next? Sorry. Okay, the next one is one that I have. It's called Off the Hook. This line was released sometime in 2019, not to get confused with the doll line of the same name called Off the Hook, which is made by, I believe, Integrity Toys. This particular line is much smaller and comes with removable fashion in an interesting way. You can put the doll's legs / lower half of their body, and then you can also pull off their upper body away from their head, and then it comes with like a little, you can buy like bigger sets, come with a little play set, and you can hang their body on. I'm gonna get my doll because I feel like it's confusing. Crazy enough, I do own some of these dolls. Oh my god, I still have this in my hair. I put it in a little bit ago. That's fun. So here's my little Off the Hook doll. So you can remove their hair. They have like wigs. looks like this underneath. Yes, no hole. Isn't that great? Like, why can't they make that? Okay, so you can remove her hair. This is not the part of hook. Why do they call them hooks? Their bodies are like little hooks, okay? And then you can switch out clothing pieces. The hook is also here, so it attaches from the head. I don't know. I think these are so fun and interesting. Like, just a weird concept idea. They just like nicely go back in. And she has a little bit of articulation. She can kind of sit down. Like, she'll be like that, but it's fine. And then she can move her head. Maybe not. Maybe they can't move their head. I thought maybe they... Okay, a little bit. It's her neck. It's her neck that moves. It's this part down here, not her head. Okay. Isn't that fun, though? It's so interesting. Just such a weird concept, but I don't know. I was so interested in them, and I've never been able to find more. I got this at a garage sale, and if I were to find more, I would 100% pick them up because these are adorable. They also have shoes that remove. Mine doesn't have shoes. They look like that on the bottom. Interesting. I think that these are adorable. Anyways, they, from what I could tell, were not surprise dolls. You could see the doll that you were getting from the packaging. I think they had like surprise outfits, like maybe they came with another outfit, so that's where the surprise was. But I've talked about it before. I'm not always the biggest fan of surprise dolls because I don't want to get a double of a doll. It's annoying. It makes me angry. So to be able to have like this where I know who I'm getting is super nice. Anyways, they're very cute. I love them. I like the aesthetics. However, they were eventually discontinued as they no longer make these dolls anymore. The next one is Twist Girls. So these were these little figures and you could wrap them around your wrists. And I've seen them before. If I were to find them, like I said, I would pick one up. And I think some of their aesthetics are nice. I'm just not the biggest fan of them because I think they look really weird when they go on your wrist. They're supposed to be bracelets, but then also dolls. There's also pets that are rings. Again, I don't like how they look as a bracelet. I just think it looks different, weird. I'm not a fan of it. So that's that. I didn't do too much research on that because I just couldn't find it. But I think they were around. They like came out when I first started collecting, which was around 2019, 2020. So sometime around that time, early collecting. I feel like I saw a commercial a couple of years ago too. So yeah, okay. The next line is called Awesome Blossoms. These dolls were released sometime in 2017. Each doll / figure smells sweet like a flower. They were a surprise gimmick, and the capsule / container had a display place for the doll. There is a pink glittery silvery one that looks just like Shimmer. Well, she reminds me of Shimmer from the Fashion Fairy Tale, which obviously I want, and then she's like the main like big one that's hard to get, so that's, of course, I always like the things that I can't have. Anyways, there's also like a darker gothy theme line, emo theme line, I don't know. I think they just had a darker aesthetic, and I really like that one. They have like a waist joint, but other than that, I'd consider them a figure rather than a doll. The concept is cute. They are like plant dolls, so you plant the doll and then they blossom, as in the name, Awesome Blossom. They're very cute from what I can tell. These dolls are no longer currently being made, but you can still purchase them online for a decent price. Next, we have Chatster. I have seen Chatster before thrifting, and I did not pick them up, which is why they're here. Okay, so this doll, Chatster, was released sometime in 2014 and is an interactive doll, and she can talk to you, chat with you, if you couldn't tell by their name. So she can talk, dance, and interact. She had food and makeup that she came with that you could then play with the doll, and she could, yeah, chat with you, talk to you, say other things. It's just an interactive doll. They've made a few. I wasn't originally a big fan of Mattel's version when they came out, but those are growing on me, so maybe Chatster will eventually grow on me, but as of right now, I'm not the biggest fan. Again, from what I can tell, there's only one made, and that was in 2014, so I don't think it's still around. I haven't seen any new ones be made, so that's my guess, is that it's discontinued. That's one thing with SpinMaster, like I hardly could find if things got discontinued. Like I feel like I couldn't find if the company had like made statements about it, but I also had trouble finding release dates for the majority of these. So I was just looking up like YouTube videos and seeing what the earliest YouTube video was. So anyways, so B-Pack, another SpinMaster line, has blind packages. Wow. These dolls were released around 2021, I believe. From the research that I attempted, not only were they surprise boxes, but they were also little figures that you could attach to your backpacks. They were keychains. They came with a bunch of surprises. Two of them were the chains, maybe, I don't remember. But the packaging looked like a backpack, which I thought was super cool. Anyways, their style and aesthetic are adorable, and I love keychains, so these were definitely a hit when I saw them originally. Some of them came with actual hair, like hair, not like human hair, but like doll hair, and then some of them came with like plastic molded on hair. I much prefer the plastic molded on hair. I just like, if it gets dirty, like that's gross, you know, versus the plastic one, you can just wash it in water. Anyways, they didn't last very long from what I could tell, and they were later discontinued according to a Reddit that I had read. Okay. Candy Locks. These dolls were released in 2019, and they had 15 inches of hair. The dolls themselves were scented with a food themed. From me looking at the package, it looks like you could tell what the doll was, like which doll you were getting, by seeing the hair color. So if you knew the hair color of the dolls, then you could tell who it was. So it wasn't like a blind package, but maybe it kind of was, because like if you didn't know them, you didn't know who you were getting. Anyways, but in theory, you could pick out the one that you wanted. So you don't get any doubles, and that is a good thing. These dolls are adorable. I do own two, which I will show you in a minute, that I had thrifted. Don't brush their hair. Don't do it. Practically ripped all my doll's hair out. Anyways, I love the concept of being able to style their hair. And it's insanely long, which gives lots of like styling stuff. They're adorable. I absolutely love them. There are only 2 series before they were discontinued. I also think there were bigger ones that were made as well, but they did get discontinued. Here is one of the ones that I got. I'm not great at styling, so don't judge my doll, but they're adorable. Okay, so here's like the cutest little doll on the planet, and look at the hair. I left 2 strands super long so you can see them, but yeah, she is top heavy. Anyways, they're adorable. I love these dolls so much. My goodness, I don't know, I just love them, and I love their cute little faces, but I also love their hair. So here's this one, and then here's the first one that I got. She's adorable. Her hair is more contained. I tried to do a little heart in the back. I think it's kind of fine. It's like a cottony look. I don't know. I love these when I saw them, and I've only managed to thrift 2, and I probably had both of them for about 2 years maybe. They're adorable. Can you see her hand position? She's holding up a peace sign. I don't know if you can see that. I don't think my other one is. No. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. These are just adorable. I think they're so cute, and sadly I've only been able to get 2, but I really like them. I think they're cute. Okay, next. So we have Hatchimals Crystal Flyers. Okay. These dolls were released around 2020 and obviously take inspiration from the flyer fairies. I'm not sure, I don't think that's their name, but the fairies that fly. I don't remember what company made them. It's not SpinMaster, right? It's a different company. I actually could not tell you. Anyways, these dolls come in crystal capsules, and when you turn them on and charge them, they float in the air, and then you wave your hand underneath them, and then they fly higher, and it's a whole thing. So many toys have that. Anyways, there were 6 dolls created that I could tell, and I absolutely love their faces. I really wish that Hatchimals had actually made these dolls' faces into actual dolls with like removable fashion, and just like actually made fashion dolls, because I absolutely love these dolls. I have 2 of them, and I'm going to show you their faces. So this one is very broken. I thrifted them. I feel like she's, oh yeah, her arm's coming off. I forgot about that. And then there's something else wrong, but it's fine. I don't remember. But here's her face. Is she not the most adorable doll on the planet? Okay, here's that one. Here's the other one that is also absolutely adorable. Is her face not absolutely beautiful? I really wish that they had made these dolls into like actual fashion dolls. But anyways, the other thing that I wrote about Hatchimals, so these dolls were also a part of the Hatchimals line. It was an attempt to extend the like line, franchise, whatever, and create more pixies. There were little figures along with like little like character mini animal figures along with like fairy dolls or pixie dolls, whatever you want to call them. That honestly kind of reminded me of LOL, but like not that similar. But anyways, they have glittery hair, and what I can tell, yes, and from what I can tell, they're a surprise doll. So the surprise gimmick, not these ones. These ones you can tell here you're getting different dolls. They made like little pixies, and I thought they were super cute. And from what I can tell, the Hatchimals brand is still around, just a different way. They are focusing on like robotic animal plushies, but they're no longer the other ones, I think, but I'm not 100% sure. Anyways, the next one we have is Gabby's Playhouse. Gabby's Dollhouse, sorry. Gabby's Dollhouse is a TV show that aired on Netflix, and it was introduced in 2021, and it is more targeting towards children. They ended up making some dolls and figures for the show, which are fun. They must be doing pretty well because I see them all the time when I go to stores, and the show is still around, so I'd assume the toys are still being produced, and that's all that I wrote on it because I wasn't super interested. Anyways, the next one we have is Kawaii Crush. These dolls were released in 2013, and they were inspired by Japanese culture. They created large dolls as well as some smaller figure doll type thingies. These dolls are wearing hats, I had to say, because they're adorable, as well as some really cute accessories from the packaging that I've seen online. They were not blind boxes. You could tell right away which doll you were getting. They also had some other play sets, and they were very cute. I really like them. There was possibly a web series, but I'm not 100% sure. But it was later confirmed that these dolls had been discontinued. I don't think that they made that many dolls or series as for this. Anyways, then we are getting into dolls. So let's start off with one that they're actively making. At this moment right now, SpinMaster currently has a doll line called Unicorn Academy. The Unicorn Academy dolls were released in 2024 with the first 3 characters as well as 3 unicorns. These characters being Sophia, Ava, and Isabel. And from what I can tell, they have different body types. I think Sophia, if I'm thinking of the right one, is a bit thinner than the other 2. So Unicorn Academy was originally a book series and then was adapted into a TV series that is on Netflix currently. They also have made some figures, which the figures are really cute. I've been getting into figures lately, if you can't tell. And I think that the figures are really cute. For the figures, I'm not referencing the ones where you, the bigger dolls, they like made mini figures. However, they made a, what is it called? Masquerade line where they have molded on clothing and then they come with like a dress that you can put on them. However, they did just release 2 other dolls, like 2 new characters. Did I write down their names? I think their designs got better as they made more dolls. They made Valentina, I think is the name, which I feel like is the best. And they also made Layla. I haven't seen the TV show yet, so I can't tell you anything about that, but there still seems to be like a bit like a fantasy vibe. The doll line is ongoing as far as I can tell. Next, Liv. Liv was released in 2009 with 4 characters being Alexis, Daniela, Katie, and Sophie, and these would be the main characters in the line. However, they did introduce Hayden, which would appear in the majority of the lines, but was not released in the first wave of dolls. Anyways, okay, what did I say? Okay, so there was one boy doll released, which was Jake, and he made an appearance in the swim line. There was another boy that they planned for the twist and dance line, but I don't think he ever was released. I've never seen him. Liv dolls were different from other dolls on the market. They had inset eyes or acrylic eyes instead of painted on eyes. That's not the most unusual thing, but it's different from what had been being released at the time. They also had wigs, so you could change out their wigs and then you would take it off, and they had painted on hair. And then they also had 14 points of articulation, which they were at the time noted as the most articulated doll line out there. And then obviously now we have Made to Move, but at the time they were noticed as most articulated. Anyways, which is quite interesting and quite cool. So they were definitely more of like a casual doll. Their fashions represented a lot of like, they definitely gave vibes of 2009 doll fashion, more child-esque. I think that these dolls, compared to other dolls like Bratz and Barbie, these ones were more like parent friendly. Like parents liked these, I feel. I'm not 100% sure if that's the case, but definitely like more casual fashion. Like some doll lines were wearing some crazy stuff, you know what I mean? Anyways, however, this line was having trouble competing with other doll lines, and in 2012 the line was officially discontinued. I know, devastating. So Harry Potter SpinMaster. Yeah, SpinMaster makes Harry Potter dolls. So SpinMaster started creating their own Harry Potter dolls in 2021. These dolls would coexist with Mattel's version of Harry Potter dolls that also are releasing to this day. I believe they're still around. The SpinMaster Harry Potter dolls were why does it say 18 inches? They were 8 inches and had 5 points of articulation. I feel like it's more targeted towards children with the more cartoonish faces, big eyes, big heads, all of that. I do want to make it clear that both SpinMaster and Mattel have the rights to Harry Potter dolls. That's why I'm referencing Harry Potter in this. There are Mattel dolls that exist out there. Anyways, in the first wave, they released basic dolls of the characters in their school uniform: Harry, Ron, Hermione, Luna, Cho, and Ginny. They came with wands, and the girls had molded on socks. They went on to release a bunch of other dolls, like Harry and Hermione gift set, for the Wizarding World Cup, that's called. Ron, who came with a cauldron. Harry, a Christmas set. It was like the Christmas part in the first movie. Hermione and Ginny 2-pack, as well as a Flora Delacour, is that her name? But yeah. And while I haven't really seen any new releases, it's been a while, I haven't heard that it's officially discontinued, but maybe that's just me being hopeful. I do actually really like the dolls, and I do have a few of them because they went to Five Below. Anyways, they also make figures. Did I say that? Next. La-di-da. These dolls were released in 2012 and only lasted a year, as they were discontinued in 2013. The characters that were released were Cyan, Dee, Sloane, and Tylee. Each wave that they released, they had a new theme, consisting of garden, tea party, food themed, animal themed, fairy tale line themed. The dolls had unusually large heads, as well as very thin bodies. They were quite different from other things that we've seen on the market. There were a bunch of prototype designs that were never released in doll form. Next, Mermaid High. Mermaid High was released in 2021 and consisted of 2 series. The first series having characters like Finley, Sierra, Oceana, and Mari. They had removable fins and a skirt that you could put on the doll when they were in human form. They had decent articulation, except they lacked wrist articulation. They had adorable designs. They had a little web series I remember seeing, and then there was a second series that was released, which was a spring break line, which had all the characters except they replaced Mari with Rainy, is that her name? Something like that. The second series was released in 2020 and would be the last series that they would release. I just think that at the time there was so much on the market that they just couldn't compete with it. Like they had Rainbow High was out there, OMG was out there, Mermaids was coming out. There was just so much on that market that I just don't think that they were able to compete, which was devastating because I thought that they were really cool. They even released concept ideas for the original girls that they were going to produce, and it's disappointing because I think that those concept ideas were absolutely amazing and I think that they could have done really successful. It's just they had to budget it down, I guess. Anyways, next we have Victorious dolls. There were 2 waves released of the Victorious dolls, which were released in 2011, and then a second wave was released in 2012. These dolls were inspired by the characters of Nickelodeon TV series Victorious. They released a few Tori dolls, I think at least one deluxe doll that could sing, as well as Trina, Jade, and Kat got dolls as well. There are photos that I keep seeing of, I assume they're oak dolls, so customized, one-of-a-kind custom dolls. But just in case, I'm going to mention them here. They looked amazing. They were also said to be made by SpinMaster, and I wish the SpinMaster had released those because they looked really good. Okay, they looked really good. And I think that might be all for all of the dolls that were released, which is kind of crazy because I feel like SpinMaster is such like a known toy line, and for only releasing Victorious, they released Mermaid High, La-Di-Da dolls, which La-Di-Da dolls being like one of the earliest other than Victorious, which was released in 2011, La-Di-Da in 2012, Harry Potter quite recent, as well as Liv in 2009. So Liv being their earliest like actual fashion doll in 2009. That's crazy because I feel like they're known as like a pretty big fashion doll line, or at least in my head. Anyways, I'm Activa. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts in the video. But yeah, this is all of the SpinMaster dolls that I could find that they have produced. I'm Activa. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy. Bye!